Hi, welcome to another junior algebra video, our second video on factorising. Right, we know that expanding is to multiply the term out the front of the brackets by everything inside the brackets. And now in the last video, we're starting to learn how to factorise, which means to put the expression back into brackets. Expanding and factorising are the opposite operations. Okay, let's get harder. Here we go. Example 1. Let's factorise the 6x subtract 20. So, in the last video, we thought, oh yeah, no problem. Let's take 6 out the front and say to ourselves, 6 times something is 6x, so it must be an x because 6 times x is 6x. We see our subtract, we write that down, and we say 6 times something is 20. Well, there's not going to be a whole number in here because 6 times 3 is 18 and 6 times 4 is 24. So this won't be a whole number. It would have to be a decimal of some kind. Now, we don't like using decimals and fractions in algebra if we can avoid it. So we're not going to do it this way. We're going to skip this idea and move on to showing you a better technique. Right, well, 6 is made up of 2 times 3. It's also made up of 1 times 6, but we're going to pick 2 times 3. 20 is made up of 2 times 10. It's also made up of 4 times 5, but we're picking 2 times 10. We're picking these two factors because we're looking for this common factor. In fact, it's the highest common factor between 6 and 20. If you go back to your number stuff and look at the highest common factor, that's what we're finding, the highest common factor between 6 and 20. So 2 is the number we're taking out the front of the brackets. Now we're going to say to ourselves, 2 times something gives us 6x. It's got to be a 3x because 2 times 3 is 6 and we need an x to make 6x. Now we can put our subtract down and now we can say 2 times something is 20. 2 times 10 is 20, so we can write 10. So we've factorized it to give us 2 brackets 3x minus 10. So notice we didn't take the 6 out the front, we took another factor, the highest common factor between 6 and 20. All right, example 2. Let's factorize 12p minus 30. So again, if we try and take 12 out, we'd go, no problem, 12 times something, 12 times p is 12p. We'd put our subtract down and we'd go 12 times something is 30, and we would struggle because it would be a fraction or a decimal, and we don't like to use it if we don't have to. So let's show you the better way to solve this one. Start with the number 12 and think of some factors of 12. 1 times 12, 2 times 6, 3 times 4. I'm picking 6 times 2. Start with 30. What are some of the factors of 30? 1 times 30, 2 times 15, 3 times 10, 6 times 5. I'm picking 6 and 5 because I've found the highest common factor between 12 and 30, which is 6. So we're taking 6 out the front. Right, 6 times something makes 12p. So 6 times, it has to be a 2p because 6 times 2 is 12 and we need a p there. Now we can put our subtract down and now we can say 6 times something is 30. 6 times 5 is 30 and we've factorized it to give us 6 bracket 2p minus 5. Right, thanks very much for watching.